Straight ahead on CCX News, a closer look at your commute.
It was very much a rough summer. We had a lot of closures up here. We had single lane traffic.
We begin a three-part series on the toll traffic takes on drivers. Plus,
you look at the cost of them, I mean, they're $4, $5, $6, $7 a pop, and what do you do with them?
An alternative to greeting cards. In Business Matters, there's a new app for that. And later, we go jamming over pie. CCX News starts right now.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Slatton. We begin with the aftermath from a devastating fire. 2 Robbinsdale families are displaced from their homes after a fire Sunday morning. Investigators say the fire started in a home in the 3900 block of Nature View Circle in Robbinsdale around 10 o'clock Sunday morning. When crews arrived, they found heavy fire and smoke coming from the house. Firefighters from Robbinsdale and 6 other departments worked to suppress the fire, but due to the size and complexity, it spread to a neighboring home. No one was injured, but officials from the Red Cross say they provided assistance to 2 families impacted by the fire.
2 homes were affected. With one family, we're helping 2 adults and 1 child. With the other home, we're helping another family with 3 adults and 3 children. So 7 of our Red Cross disaster responders, went out. They're volunteers, and are making sure that they're taken care of.
Robbinsdale's Peace Lutheran Church has started a supply drive for the affected families. Church officials say the children are between the ages of 4 and 10 years old. They are asking for donations of gift cards, clothing, and toiletries, and people can bring the items to the church office. In other news, the first new hotel built in Brooklyn Park in 20 years is now open. The Hampton Inn has 100 rooms as well as an indoor pool, meeting rooms, and a fitness area. It is located across from Target's corporate North Campus right off Highway 610. The hotel is part of a $28 million development that includes a 107-room home-to-suites that opens later this year. One of the most dangerous intersections in Hennepin County is approaching the final step before undergoing a massive transformation. The city of Plymouth secured nearly $10 million in state bonding money to improve the intersection of County Road 9 and Interstate 494. More than 40,000 cars travel through this intersection every day, but city officials say the bridge can no longer safely accommodate the increasing traffic volume. This week, the Plymouth City Council will approve the final design on the new interchange, which will add new turn lanes and improve traffic flow.
Right now we're averaging 33 crashes a year, some of those pretty severe. So this will help with that traffic flow, getting people from point A to B in a safe manner.
The project will cost about $14 million. Construction is expected to begin in the summer or fall of 2019. The city plans to hold an open house sometime this winter where the public will learn more about the project and the impact construction will have on traffic. It can be an everyday source of frustration, so what is it about our daily commutes that can be improved? This week, CCX News is airing a series on transportation called Barrels, Brake Lights, and Cone Zones, a road report. We start with an in-depth look at how increasing traffic is having an adverse effect on some residents in the northwest suburbs. Eric Nelson joins us now with more. Eric?
Yeah, hi Shannon. Unfortunately, traffic jams are becoming the new norm here in the Twin Cities. In part 1 of our series, we explore how residents in the northwest burbs cope with the frustration of driving in heavy traffic.
Twin Cities traffic is taking a toll on drivers, and many of them think the gridlock is getting worse.
I think it is. It's getting more congested.
Brake lights and clogged freeways have commuters seeing red, while cone zones and barrels turn roads into an ocean of orange.
Of course, the construction this year is probably the worst I've seen.
It makes the road really congested, and it's hard to know which ones are open, which ones are closed, because we're not informed of what is being worked on, when it's being worked on, or how soon it's going to be done.
So just how should frustrated drivers deal with gummed up highways? How should they cope with epic traffic jams?
I put on some trap music, some Chief Keef, I'm I'll just roll up the windows, just start banging.
What is the best way to stay cool, calm, and composed on the road?
Plan ahead of time, allow yourself extra time to get to and from work so that you're not getting frustrated sitting in traffic, especially if you're in a rush.
Experts from AAA Minneapolis say it is crucial that drivers chill out and go with the flow.
If you're sitting in traffic and you're getting frustrated, do what you can to try and keep your emotions in check.
Take my time. I'm usually late to where I'm trying to go, but yeah, you know, it's better than an accident.
Road rage can be real. The key is to not get rattled when your speed is reduced to a crawl. Don't let things reach a boiling point.
If you find yourself in a situation where another driver is acting aggressively towards you, do what you can to just avoid contact. Do not engage the other driver because you never know what's going to set them off even more. And in the worst case scenario, you feel very threatened, pick up your phone and call 911.
Another tip for drivers is don't tailgate the person in front of you.
Try to allow for at least a little bit of space when you're in that bumper-to-bumper traffic. And if you've got a long commute, you know, it's okay to put on a podcast or a little bit of music just to help keep you entertained and not getting bored or frustrated with the traffic.
Now, those are all good tips on how to stay cool behind the wheel. Traffic is showing no signs of letting up here in the Northwest Metro, so we all must do our part to try to stay cool on the roadways. And tomorrow in part 2 of our series, we will take a look at how traffic jams impact business. Shannon?
A lot there. All right, thanks, Eric. Still ahead, an app to treat family and friends like royalty. Plus, the Cooper football team tries to stay perfect, the highlights of their game later in sports. But first, more rain. Showers are not expected to wrap up until Wednesday. There remains a place in the world for regular old greeting cards, but a Plymouth man has developed an app that he believes can be a powerful alternative. In today's Business Matters, we introduce you to RexVid. Here's producer Corey Bork.
Rexy dog, can you smile? Can you smile?
At a home in Plymouth, you'll find a pet whose name means king. A pet who serves as inspiration for something different.
I was thinking, man, video is hot, and it'd be a great way if these cards could be more interactive and more authentic.
That something different came to Jamie Page in the wee hours of the morning.
I had the idea literally at 1:28 a.m. one morning. I was laying in bed just thinking about different things, and this idea came to me. And so I poked Lisa and said, gosh, I got an idea.
Not all of Jamie's ideas worked with his wife. This one did.
And I showed my wife Lisa the next day, hey honey, would you rather get a birthday card or would you rather get these videos from the kids? And of course she picked the kids and the video, and hands down, so RexVid was born right there.
RexVid is an app that makes it easy for you to collaborate with friends and family to create a one-of-a-kind video for any occasion.
After months of research, Jamie discovered there really wasn't an app like it, which leads us back to the name and the dog.
So Lisa came by, and our dog's name is Rex, so she said, you should call it RexVid. And I said, there is no way I'm naming our first app Rex after the dog. And anyways, long story short, she was right. RexVid was available.
Now RexVid is free and pretty easy to use. It stitches together 10-second videos that you can make with your family and friends. They can be used as a birthday surprise or to cheer someone up. In Jamie's case, it now serves as a powerful memory.
Hi John, congratulations on your new job. I love you lots.
Jamie and his wife made a RexVid congratulating their son.
It made the power of the RexVid even that much more special for my son and for our entire family, because he's got his mom saying, hey, congratulations, we love you lots. And 3 weeks later, that became priceless.
Priceless because life took an unexpected turn when Jamie's wife Lisa was out walking their dog.
Tragically, on June 21st, she had a brain aneurysm and collapsed.
Lisa passed away the next day.
I mean, it was impactful, I'm telling you, when you get to see people that are important to you talking about a significant occasion in your life, a milestone in your life, it's a powerful moment.
Now Jamie and his family have something they can cherish.
So what we're hoping is that you take the time, literally 10-15 seconds, to encourage somebody that's important to you with something fun in their life. And to me, that's a wonderful feeling, right?
For Business Matters, Corey Bork, CCX News.
And as far as the business aspect of RexVid, Jamie formed a separate company and has invested 6 figures into it, obtaining all the necessary legal licensing and copyrights. He also has a group of investors backing the app. So far, like many app developers, he hasn't made any money off of it yet, but he hopes to eventually do so. We'll be cheering you on. Still ahead, a story in Maple Grove that's as sweet as pie. But first, the Wayzata football team aims for a win on homecoming night. John Jacobson has the details next in sports.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. Entering week 6 of the prep football season, 2 local teams were undefeated and had homecoming this past week. Neither was challenged. That included the Cooper Hawks. Cooper football alumni leading the Hawks onto their field for their game against Richfield. And the Hawks will start fast in this game. Naz Borden takes the handoff on the sweep, makes a cut, and gets to the end zone for a 14-0 Cooper lead. Later in the first period, play action pass here to Aki Mobile for the 13-yard score. The Hawks well on their way to another win, and it's 21-0. From midfield, the pass in the flat to Pedro Musso. Watch 2 great blocks on the edge. Springs him for a 50-yard touchdown. Cooper rolls to a 62-0 win in this one. They are now 6-0 in the season. Providence Academy also won its homecoming game to improve to 6-0. Last month, Maple Grove knocked off Minnetonka, and the Skippers were ranked number 1 in Class 6A football. Maple Grove took aim at the current top-rated team. As Coach Matt Lombardi and the Crimson played host to Lakeville North. First quarter of this one, Lakeville North running back Brian Curtis will find a seam, and then it is off to the races. Curtis goes 56 yards for a touchdown, the start of a big night for the senior. It's 6-0 Panthers after 1. Second quarter, and another big hole for Curtis. He'll run this one in from 19 yards out. Lakeville North leads Maple Grove 12-0 at halftime. Down 19-0 in the third, Maple Grove's Dimitri Schbach drills a 46-yard field goal. Pretty good distance for a high school kicker, and it's 19-3. Early in the fourth quarter, it's quarterback Spencer Weary sneaking one in from a yard out for Maple Grove. After a 2-point conversion, the Crimson within 8 at 19-11. But on the very next play from scrimmage, handoff goes to Curtis. He is loose again, and he'll take this one 84 yards for a touchdown. He would add a 5th TD later in the game. Lakeville North wins for the 6th time this season. 33-18 Panthers is the final. Maple Grove was at Edina on Friday. After a 2-1 start, the Wayzata football team entered Friday on a 2-game losing streak. That included a 1-point loss to Eden Prairie. Trojans facing Eastview on homecoming at Wayzata. Eastview down 14-7 at the half. Early in the third quarter, Eric Ryman escapes the rush, and Isaac Muscatas makes the catch. It's a 46-yard touchdown, and that ties it up. Wayzata quarterback Keaton Heidi will take off on the run here, getting through the hole. He'll go 57 yards all the way down to the Lightning 10-yard line. It sets up a 22-yard field goal by Reed Sanders, and the Trojans take a 17-14 lead. Eastview driving in the final minute, but on 4th down, Redmond is crushed by Wayzata's Joe Demro, and the pass falls incomplete. That seals the win for the Trojans, 17-14, the final. While the regular state high school league sanctioned meets are still about a month away, girls swimming and diving teams battle for true team section titles over the weekend. Wayzata rolls to the Section 5AA True Team Championship. Hopkins is second and advances to the state meet as a wild card team. The Royals are followed by Armstrong and Champlin Park. Osseo is 6th and Park Center 8th. Maple Grove is the champion of Section 8AA True Team with Buffalo 2nd. The Bison make state as a wild card entrant. Breck won the Section 2A meet. The state True Team meet is this Saturday at the University of Minnesota. That's it for sports. Shannon, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Minnesota House District 34B covers Maple Grove and Osseo. Today we hear from the candidates who want to represent that area, DFL candidate Kristen Bonner and incumbent Republican Dennis Smith.
My name is Kristen Bonner. I'm running to be your state representative for Maple Grove and Osseo. My mission is simple. I believe in common sense. That means putting people and families first and using their money responsibly. I've been talking with voters all year. I know that Maple Grove and Osseo want someone to fight for robust small businesses, affordable and accessible health care, a clean environment, and a strong system that supports our families and our community. I've spent my career coaching teams that can work together to achieve better and more efficient solutions that get the job done. We need more of that in our state legislature. It's time to move past the gridlock, work across the aisle, and get down to business. November 6th, I'll get to work for you.
Hello, I am Dennis Smith, and I'm running for re-election as your state representative for Maple Grove and Osseo. It has been a privilege to represent you in St. Paul for the past 4 years, where I have delivered responsive leadership with a record of accomplishment. I have chief authored over 30 bipartisan bills that Governor Dayton has signed into law. I have worked on fully funding our public education system, delivering affordable health care, protecting the most vulnerable and our senior citizens, delivering the largest tax cut in 20 years in our state, and the largest transportation bill in over 10 years. Please visit my website of dennissmith.org for more information. I respectfully ask for your vote so I can continue working for you.
Up next, a pie-in-the-sky idea that worked. The idea in Maple Grove that's now helping families all across the Twin Cities. Pie comes in all different flavors and varieties. Reporter Meredith Hackler takes us to a backyard bake-off that is not only accepting of all different desserts, but also of people too.
You've probably heard the saying, everyone wants a piece of the pie, but for some, all they want is to be accepted.
People usually leave here with a different level of awareness and sensitivity, no matter who they are, that just warms our hearts, that grows our hearts a little bit.
The Jammin Pie Fest in Maple Grove is open to the public, but it specifically embraces families who have loved ones with special needs.
Having it in the backyard is part of what makes it an unapologetic event for families with special needs. Nobody has to apologize for making a mess, being too noisy, being too wiggly, having unique needs that we have to try and accommodate.
Lisa started the event 5 years ago when she noticed it was hard for families with special needs individuals to feel accepted at social events.
I want people to be able to come to an event like this and not worry if they need a special accommodation, and that they don't even have to think about it because we've already anticipated those needs and tried to meet them for them and make them feel more than just welcome, but that they really belong here.
At the center of the event is the pie contest. This year, bakers entered upwards of 50 pies. The inclusiveness of the event and its unique competition has made it a fall staple for families across the metro.
Sometimes there's rejection in the disability community, and this is a very accepting place. So it's wonderful when you know that your daughter is accepted, just as she is, for who she is and what she is.
While the event is just one afternoon, organizers hope its purpose stays with people much longer.
I hope people will leave here recognizing that every single person has value. No matter what their apparent abilities are, every single person has value and deserves to be included and find a place of belonging.
In Maple Grove, Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
The event also featured a live auction with the proceeds benefiting Walk Right In Ministries. And that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.